Um, Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode. We're here with Emily Pellecchia from Bridges of Madison County at Bucks County Playhouse. Hello, how are
Hello.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I had a fun day today, hung out with the cast, getting ready for a show later, but it's been a good day. How are you?
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're
Uh,
good.
yeah. Um, can you tell us a little about your background?
Of course. Yeah. So, I started doing theater kind of late in the game. I started doing it when I was 12, which is kind of late compared to some of my peers. Some of them started doing it when they, were like 2 or 3, which is just crazy. Um, but I started doing it when I was 12. My first show was Annie. I played Grace Farrell. And I thought I was going to get Annie, but I was 6 inches taller than Daddy Warbucks at the time, so that wasn't going to work. But it was super fun. And I think I fell in love with theater when I went to see Aladdin in 2016. I left the theater crying, but it's a happy show. So I was like, why am I crying? But I found that I just wanted to be up there. I just loved it so much. So I think that's probably, yeah.
Struck a chord with you, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Was JM in it with Courtney and Adam, or you don't remember?
No, I think so. I think so. If my memory is correct, I believe so. Yes. What a special cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, where were we?
Oh, it's my winner for place, AK, Joe the Page.
You recently did All Shook Up, and you played Natalie. Yep, and I just recently did All Shook Up as Dennis.
Oh, I love him. He's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis is cool.
Can you tell us a little about that being
Of course.
Natalie?
Yes. I actually, it's a funny story actually, because the auditions were happening and I wasn't actually able to go because guess where I was? I was in Disney World. And I know you're going to Disneyland very soon, which is very exciting. We'll have to talk about that.
I'm going to Disney World.
Okay. Are you going to Disney World or Disneyland?
World.
Okay. Oh, Disney World's the best. Okay. Glad we're on that same page. Yeah. But it's funny because I was not able to go to in-person auditions. And this was before COVID. So nothing was virtual. But I had emailed the company. I was like, can I please send an audition? I love the show. And I had seen it 4 years prior. It was in 6th grade at the time. And I loved it. And I wanted to be a part of it so bad. So, when I found the auditions, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to send it in. They let me. So I recorded it in my kitchen. It was a horrible, horrible recording, but I sent it in anyways. And then when I was in Disney World, I was staying at the Boardwalk Inn, and I got the email that I got a call back for Lorraine. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that's not the part that I want to play. Lorraine, yes.
You're
But
Lorraine.
I'm not Lorraine. I'm not. That's what I said. But I still sent it in. And I recorded it in my hotel room, and it was like the wallpaper was like white and yellow stripes. It was a horrible backdrop. But 2 days later, I got the email that I got Natalie, and I was so excited. It had been my dream role for like 4 years. And it was just so much fun. As you know, that show is just crazy, but in the best way. So it was awesome.
I do know. My friend wrote it. My friend wrote it, though.
Oh, your friend wrote it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. You know him. That's so cool.
We are so close.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, he's a great person. That's for sure.
And when we did it, we had a great cast.
Yeah.
As you know, I probably told you this over Facebook. We had a secret celebrity to play Natalie, but he got another job.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
I know.
But we found a 9-time Natalie.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
she was able to step in and do the role like it was nothing because he did it 9 times.
oh, 9 times?
Yep, 9
Oh
times.
wow, I didn't realize it was that many.
Oh my
Nine.
gosh. Good for
Okay.
her.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh
Uh,
my gosh. Well, next time you do it, I'm here.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You also won an award for Natalie, didn't you?
Yeah.
I did. It was during COVID. I honestly, I had gotten the email that I got it. I didn't even know I was nominated. I didn't even know they were a thing. Yeah, I didn't know at all. So when I got the email, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't really know what it was, if I'm being so honest. It was like at the beginning of the pandemic, because the show actually was like 2 months before COVID. So it was January of 2020.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So, and then I think the awards must have gone, like the nominations must have gone out a month later, and then a month later in March, they were announced. But I had zero idea. I'm gonna be so real with you.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But it's a nice surprise though.
Yes, it was. It was a very nice surprise. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you get to make a speech or anything or?
I didn't. I wish. But I just got an email one day. It was like, congratulations. I was like, okay, cool. Love
Yeah.
it. So that's pretty funny. Pretty funny.
That is funny.
Yeah.
It's the Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
Oh, I think you last year you did the Wizard of Oz with Phoenix production in Red Bank at the Count Basie.
I did.
Can you talk a little about that?
Of course. Well, I grew. Go ahead.
I love Phoenix.
Oh,
Like,
have you worked with them before?
no, I wish I could,
Yeah, we
but
tried.
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, they put on great productions.
Mhm.
And obviously, I and many others grew up watching Wizard of Oz. I mean, it was one of my favorite movies growing up. And when I saw that, like, if you got cast, you performed at the Count Basie, I was like, sign me up.
Yeah.
So I sent in a video audition, and I actually auditioned for it during Bridges of Madison County last time. So I had to send in a video and then got a call back in person, did the callback, and then I went straight to Bridges of Madison County. And like the 20-minute drive there, by the time I got to Axelrod, they called me and they offered me the part. So it was like, I think they knew pretty. Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh, I was freaking out. I was like, yes. So it was a lot of fun. And I think like the rehearsal process was at like a kind of uncertain part of my life. It was like right as I was going to college, a lot of friendships were in like a weird place. But like the one place that I felt super centered and super safe was at Phoenix Productions. So I was able to like walk into the rehearsal room every day and feel super confident and comfortable. And of course, performing at the Count Basie is a dream come true. At that time, it was, I mean, it's beautiful. I think it's like 1,500 seats.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Right?
I could never sell out that place.
Count Basie. Yeah,
it's a beautiful house, and it's
I could barely sell out the green room.
Oh, the green, yes.
Yeah, it's in yours.
Yeah, I can barely sell that out though.
Oh my God. Yeah, but it's beautiful. I love it. It's so much history. And at that time it was the biggest house that I had performed in, and it was the biggest role. So it was a lot, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Audrey.
Oh, you and me have something else in common.
We do.
Yeah, we both did a little shot of all that. I was Seymour, you were Audrey.
It's true.
Not at the same time, but
No.
I'm really surprised that we haven't bumped into each other before
I
this
know.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
because every role that you play, I play the companion role to your role.
I love it. Well, I'm so glad we're connected now, which is brilliant. Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
can you talk a little about what you were in, where you did it, and
Of course.
you know?
Yeah, of course. It was actually so it was my freshman year of high school, and at that point, I had only done shows like in middle school or in high school. Like I didn't venture out to like community theater. That was like so scary for me. But then I did. So this was the first part that I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go out and explore this new section of theater. Um, and I remember when I was like 12, my dad had shown me this video of this girl with this really short blonde haircut and this little nerdy guy with glasses. They were singing this love duet. And I was like, oh, this is so wonderful. What is this? And of course, it was Suddenly Seymour, Little Shop of Horrors. And I didn't fully recognize it at the time. But then when I started to research for auditions, I was like, oh, that's the video I watched when I was 12. This is so great. So I love things that like come back. I love full circle moments. So that was another full circle moment for me. And it was the best. Like my dad was so excited when he found out because he had loved the movie growing up. So I mean, just like being able to do that role and have him watch it, just like knowing how proud he was. It was awesome. And he does a little bit of theater. After I did the Little Shop, he actually auditioned for it somewhere else and he played Mr. Mushnick. So that's very funny.
Cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So between the three of us, we can put the show on. It'll be great. Yeah.
Hey,
Make it work.
I actually four because we have Hunter.
Oh, Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Hunter did it with Carrie Butler. I'm blown away.
Yes.
Between the four of us, we could.
I didn't really fully recognize that Hunter had done that until I worked with him. Like I listened to obviously that recording with him while I was in the show, like learning the music, but I never like put it together. And then when I walked into the room for Bridges on the first day, I was like, oh my gosh, this is Seymour. I was freaking out. It was awesome. It was so cool.
It's one of those moments.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is about the other two parts. What you want? Plain and start.
You also getting back up, Dorothy, you also won more awards for your Dorothy. What are those two that you won? And can you talk a little about
Well,
that?
yeah. I think, oh gosh. So I was nominated. I didn't win, unfortunately, but I was nominated. I was nominated for a Perry Award and then a Broadway World like regional award for best leading actress in a musical. And again, like I didn't know I was like being looked at for these. They kind of just happened. Like I got like somebody Facebook messaged me like, congratulations on the nomination. I was like, I wish I knew about these things, but I didn't. So it's just like that's always like that seems to be a theme in my life, just not knowing about these things.
Yeah, just things happen and it's like you don't know about it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not gonna turn it down. So but it was fun. We went to an award show for the Perrys. It was a long night. They had like a lot of if we got nominated for best musical as well for the Perrys, and you're only supposed to do like a 5-minute medley of your show. So we did a 5-minute medley, and then every other show did like 20 minutes. So the whole thing ran really long, and I had school the next day, so I was a little stressed. Yeah, but it was great, and I had such a great cast around me, so it was awesome. It was an awesome time. I love Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, but with my group, I could get the rights, but I I don't think it would play good here
Oh, why?
I
because
don't know.
we're in a 55 over adult community,
Okay.
and I feel it a little too babyish for them.
Oh, okay. Okay. I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, it might be a little bit for
Yeah,
them, I guess.
yeah.
That's okay.
They
We grow out of things.
they do
Yeah,
they do have grandkids,
yeah.
but
True.
they rarely bring them to events and stuff.
Yeah. So then what's your what's been your favorite show that you've done there?
And my favorite show I've
That's a tough one.
done in community theater or at the clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
At the
Yeah.
clubhouse. At the clubhouse. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, they got a grand ballroom there, so
Oh, very nice.
yeah, it's pretty nice. It's legit. Yeah.
My
Oh.
my favorite production I ever did. It wasn't at the clubhouse.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I live like 20 minutes away
Oh, from the Strand.
from a regional theater like Bucks County Playhouse
Yeah, that's from
where you're doing Bridges right now.
Yeah.
They asked me to come in to play Seymour, and
Oh.
we had a real Broadway set
Yeah.
and real Broadway puppets, and
Yeah.
and they put my name over the marquee.
His name was over the marquee.
You know,
Oh my
Jackie
gosh.
Walker
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
from the Jackie Walker show as Seymour.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I had my own dressing room.
That's right.
And
That's how you know you've made it. That's how you know. That's how you know. I love it. I
Mm.
love it.
Yep.
and
Big step.
the marquee literally said Jackie Walker from the Jackie Walker show
Yeah.
on YouTube as Seymour.
He was ecstatic.
That's so cool. Okay, you have to send me photos, okay? When we're done, you send me everything. I want to see it.
Okay.
On my YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I'm sorry, I'm interviewing you now. I'm sorry. That's so cool.
That's always
I
fun
love
too.
it. Yes.
It's a nice
do it.
dynamic. Yeah. Hey, we're kind of jumping over questions here. All right, so you play a lot of the regional roles, such as Belle. What made your own?
You do when you're not in college. You do a lot of regional theater, going all over the country to do regional stuff and stuff. And you also played the iconic role of Belle in the end of the how when you were playing such an iconic role as Belle, how do you make it yours and not a copycat of the great Susan Egan?
Oh, Susan Egan, what a star. Okay, this is a wonderful, wonderful question. Great question. And I think what I try to keep in mind when I approach any role is that what's going to make me special, apart from everyone else, is me, and like all my stories and how I've grown up. So when I approach a new role, I try to take a little bit of myself, a little bit of my humor, a little bit of my stories, and try to implement it into her character. And I was Kate Baldwin, who's wonderful and one of my mentors. I was listening to one of her she was on a podcast, and I was listening to it, and she said every time I approach a role, I try to bring humor to it, because that means humor. There's like an element of surprise there. And I think that's so brilliant. And she just took the words right out of my mouth. So every time I do a role like Belle or Dorothy, something that's kind of not supposed to be funny, I try to throw in a little humor everywhere, because I think like that makes the character so much more human and like more relatable to the audience.
Oh yeah.
So I think like humor and just like taking my past experiences and not being afraid to make choices that maybe aren't traditional. I think that's what I try to
Stepping
do.
outside the box a little.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I saw that cute little picture of you with that little girl and you're bending down in the
Oh,
yellow dress.
Yeah.
oh, isn't it a beautiful dress? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, and those cute little girls, and they all came in their Belle costumes. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised they let you go out in the meet and greet for that.
Well,
Be-
actually, I wasn't supposed to.
Because
Whoops.
because
Whoopsies.
Oopsie daisy.
Because I did a
Yeah.
when I was in high school,
Yeah.
we did Annie, and you know the iconic red Annie dress.
Yes, sir.
They apparently, and this is what I hear secondhand from my drama teacher, so I don't know if it's
100% true.
really 100% sure, was he was too afraid of something happening to the dress. You're only allowed to wear that dress for so many minutes. Otherwise, there are iconic charge. They
Oh wow.
because it are iconic costume, if you wear it over the amount of time that the scene calls for it,
Oh, I see.
there was the
Right.
costume rental company
Mhm.
is allowed to charge you.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Tack
I
on.
Whoa.
I don't know if that's
Yeah, there might be some truth to it.
true.
Yeah.
or-
I could see it happening. Yeah.
True. Any
I
chance to get
don't-
money,
Yeah.
they'll do it.
I don't know if he
Yeah.
was
Nope.
trying to scare the actor not
Mm.
to ruin the dress,
Oh, that could be it. That's very
or
smart.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
there is
Sure.
a rental iconic rental fee.
Right.
Mm.
Or that is just another thing
Right.
that
Yeah.
that is a rumor or
Yeah. Well.
something made up.
Yeah. It's just like stuff on the internet. You can't believe everything you read.
Yeah, true, true.
You know? Yeah. And who's real and who's not anymore today? It's
Yeah,
like,
but
But the AI, oh my god, it's crazy. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah. That's a.
yeah,
Insane.
Yep.
but
I know.
that or I heard that, but I don't know if it's true or not.
You heard it through the
Oh
grapevine.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we weren't that strict about it. My director just didn't want like the kids, chocolate getting on it, which is totally understandable.
Yeah. Or sauce or something, right?
Yeah,
Tomato
but I
sauce
had
and,
to. They were so cute. So I like, a few like cast members, nieces came by backstage, but they were just so precious, so fun. And that's my favorite. That was like one of my favorite parts of the role, like seeing the girls in the audience and like being able to take photos with them after the show. It's just like, because I was that little girl at one point, I was the one who wanted to take pictures with the princess. So now that I'm in the position of the princess, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Another full circle. This is crazy.
In November, I went through the Count Basie
Okay.
to go see my friend Izzy and Christy in the princess party.
Yeah, I'm sure you're
and
familiar with that. Are you familiar with her?
I'm not, but I mean, I've heard of the show like going around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Susan
Susan
Egan.
Egan. All right.
It,
Courtney Rose.
Oh yes, yes.
Or Courtney Reed. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Susan Egan,
Mm-hmm.
Courtney Reed,
Annalise.
Yes.
Annalise, Izzy,
Izzy.
Ariel Jacob,
Ariel Jacobs. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Some big names.
Cindy Winters,
Cindy Winters.
um,
Yeah.
Benjamin Ruckler.
Yeah, he does the sound. Yeah, he's a sound man.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. Yes, I do know this. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's so cool.
And
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that was
and
like
you know, and I'm friends with most of the princesses because
Oh my goodness.
because they've been on my show.
Yeah,
Like,
they've been on. Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you've had so many wonderful people on here, and now you have me, which is a little.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so wonderful. I love it. So that was at the Count Basie.
yeah, and
Yep.
Oh,
you don't know
Yeah.
how many little girls I
Oh,
saw
there's a ton of them there.
oh my
dressed
gosh.
up as Belle, dressed up as Ariel.
Yeah, cuteness overload, you know?
Oh my god, I would have cried. I would have cried.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's the best part. That's the best part. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a wonderful story.
Yeah. Okay, so this is that's it. All right.
Oh,
Also Ron. Vicky Lewis at Didi.
yeah. You were in the prom.
Yes.
You were part of the first ever regional production of the prom in regional theater, playing Alyssa Green. Now, did you talk there is about that?
Well, I unfortunately don't have as many cool friends as you do, so I didn't. But I'm sure if I had asked, perhaps she would have offered a hand. Because I can only imagine how kind she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She bent over backwards for me. Anytime I need her, she will literally rearrange and bend over backwards.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, well then, yes. Oh my gosh, she sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's real nice. Absolutely.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
She's super busy though.
Yeah.
My God.
I can only imagine. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Was she in Hercules? Was that like, am I making that up?
Oh, what's
At Paper Mill?
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
right?
in Hercules.
Right? Okay, that's what I thought. I think that was happening at the same time as Prom, as my production of Prom. I could be wrong, but I think she was she the lead in Hercules?
Yeah, you played
Yeah.
Meg.
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez was already into the woods.
Into the woods.
So
Oh.
they replaced Krista
Yeah.
with Izzy.
Right.
I see. That's an awesome part though. That did you see the show at Paper Mill or no?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Did you love it?
loved it.
oh
Oh, yay! Oh,
Loved it.
wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah. How did you make Alyssa different from Izzy?
Well, I didn't. A little secret. I actually never watched her do it. I did. Yeah. I never was able to go see it. And then when I watched, when I got the audition, I was watching the off-Broadway version. So it wasn't even, it was a tryout. So it wasn't even her playing the part at the time. So I was never even able to, even if I wanted to copy her, I couldn't even do it. So
Yeah, she's tough to emulate.
yeah. And I think I created such a strong bond with the person playing Emma, Lillian Baldal. They're just wonderful. And we spoke so much about their backstory, Alyssa and Emma's backstory and what we thought happened from freshman year to senior year. So I think being able to take my look on it was just being able to work with such a wonderful cast. We were, super open to conversation. So I mean, a big part of that was just being able to talk with my friends.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah, it's great to
played? I know Vicky Lewis played Judy, but who played Mrs. Green?
Actually, oh my gosh, this is so funny. So Nikki Yarnell played Mrs. Green, who was Marge in Bridges of Madison County that you just saw.
Oh.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I recognize the name.
Yeah. Yes. So we just do every contract together, and actually we're living together. She's in this house with me right now.
That's amazing.
So yeah,
awesome.
we go everywhere together. So it was fun though.
Yeah. You were living with Juliana.
I am. Yeah, it's the three of us.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
In one house. Yeah, and then all the boys are in one house. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like a friend house, like a friend.
Yeah.
House.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly what we call it. Did you know that we called it that?
No.
Oh my god, that's exactly what we call it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's like a fraternity.
Yes.
Right?
Is Kate living there too?
No, she has her own. I think she has her own house. I believe. I don't really know her housing situation, but I think she has her own They call it the cottage. So it's very nice. I think. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. It's Cape Baldwin. So.
Yeah. Right. I mean,
yeah.
Crying out loud. All right, so the next question is Caroline Johnson, Bridges of Madison.
Oh, and now you played Caroline Johnson in Bridges, not one, but 2 times. Did you change anything from the actual one, from the box, because you learned something new, or or do you do what I do, which is when I do a part over again, it's just muscle memory.
Yes. Well, that's very true. I mean, I did a little bit of both. I mean, it was 100% muscle memory, but I also, and everyone in the cast, I think, can agree on this. We had, a year and a half of experiences now, since last time we did it. So it's kind of hard to ignore that year and a half, and not have it influence your performance. So I think, everyone across the board just came back stronger and better with and we had this show in our bodies already. So of course there was that muscle memory. I mean, on the first day of rehearsal, I think we had gotten through like 3/4 of the first act, which of course is unheard of. Like if you've never done the show before. But the entire cast was back. So it was just like, we were, dusting off and getting back into it. But yeah, not a lot has changed. Not a lot has changed. I mean, Axelrod was a way bigger stage. So a lot of it had to be condensed, and we had to figure out how that was going to work. And because a lot of the time there is the phone calls with Francesca and Carolyn, and we're supposed to be further apart. So we had to restage that a little bit. But for the most part, it was the same. I think we just except for obviously the audition of Nicholas Rodriguez, and who's playing Robert now. And we also added a cast member, Lucy Horton, who is just like the best. She's understudying Francesca. And she plays a few ensemble parts. So she's in the dressing room with us. She's so much fun. She's added so much to the show. And of course, Nicholas has as well, his beautiful voice and his acting. But it's been so much fun to get back in the material, and everyone was so excited to come back. There was no like awkward first day, like, hi, what's your name? Like we were all like, we're back. Woo! Right. So it was a lot of fun. It was great. Yeah.
Everybody is pretty much the same.
Yeah, every single person except for Robert and the addition of Lucy, because Aaron Lazar played it the first time, and he was wonderful as well. But it's really cool to have like a fresh perspective on Robert. Nicholas does a really, really awesome job, as you know, since you came to see it. But yeah, it's been very good.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while, right?
The Bridges?
No, I'm saying like acting in general.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh! Yeah, yes, very seasoned. He's brilliant. Yeah.
Is there anyone, anything that you took from Caitlin Kinnunen?
Oh, I'm going back on my Alyssa answer, but I was never able to watch her either. So I couldn't, even if I wanted to copy her, I couldn't. And, this was my first professional show. So, like, prior to rehearsal, I was, like, scouring the internet. I was like, Bridges of Madison County bootleg. Like, I need to, like, know what's going on. And I couldn't find a single thing. And
You,
even, like,
Really?
go ahead.
you couldn't even find my reunion video.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, that whole, like, the week that I got the role is such a blur because I was so nervous. But I found a recording of a community theater who did it.
Mhm.
It was a show that I watched to, like, get the gist of it. But I even, like, the sizzle reel, like, I was never able to see Caitlin in it. Like, oh gosh, I was so stressed out. So I wasn't even able to copy her, even if I wanted to.
It's kind of good in a way because then once you see
Yes.
their version, it kind of gets like embedded in your head, and you kind of like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
unintentionally
So
act the same.
yeah. And I usually make it a point not to watch the shows. Like, usually what I'll do before a show is that I'll get the script and I'll have a recording of it playing, but I'll just listen to it because I love hearing, like, intonation, and not that I'm gonna say the line the same way, but just to, like, get a clear understanding. I love hearing, like, audios.
Yeah, that how I learned my line. I try to, what as many you as community theater as I can, just to
Get the gist of it.
get the gist of it,
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
then an open book. We only do open book concerts.
Okay.
So it's pretty easy for us. And my mom is there holding my binder for me anyway.
Yeah.
So even if I miss
Yeah, some memorization.
yeah.
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 He's right there,
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Is there anything next for you, like any shows or?
Well, so I go back to Syracuse. So we finished the show on September 10th, and, like, right after the show, I drive to Syracuse, like, 4 hours. So I get there at, like, 10, and I start classes the next day, which is insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. I know the life of a 21-year-old or 20.
Well, that's the life I chose, so we're just gonna roll with it.
On September 10th,
That's how it goes.
on September 10th, I will be in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, he'll be in. Yeah,
Oh, tell me about it. What's your favorite ride?
I don't have a.
Yeah, you don't really go on rides.
Right.
Yeah, not really. You do.
I do get to go on rides, but I don't have a favorite.
The favorite percent.
Right.
Oh, okay. You don't have a favorite ride? You sure?
No, any ride that
any ride.
Yeah, that will allow me to ride in my wheelchair.
That's tough. Yeah.
That's true. Okay, I got you. Is Magic Kingdom your favorite park?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I love Disney World so much. I'm so glad that you're going, and you're going soon, right?
Yeah,
next week.
Next Wednesday.
Oh my gosh, you're so lucky. Oh, I want to go. We'll have to plan a trip together. After we do All Shook Up together, we'll go to Disney. Yeah.
So he would definitely be, vlogging down there and everything.
Oh my god, I love it.
I'm taking my camera and we're gonna be vlogging the whole trip because I'm going before that. I'm going on a Carnival cruise the
Oh.
Bahamas.
Yeah, it's Bahamas. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Jeez,
Oh my gosh, you got everything going on. I love it.
absolutely amazing.
And then when I come back, I'm jumping back into Gomez.
Oh, yes, you were telling me about that. That's so have you had fun doing that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I yeah, I Gomez is fun.
oh, I that's one of my dream shows. I think that show's like so much fun to do. I can only
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah.
Yep.
And you're doing it at the clubhouse
Uh-oh.
or somewhere else?
I was this thing gonna die on us?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think we just got the gray.
Okay.
No.
All right. No worries. No worries.
We're
Sorry.
doing it at the library.
Yeah, library.
We'll plug
I don't think it's gonna. That's not gonna reach. That's the only problem.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not gonna reach.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I'm back at the paper mill for another year to do there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I have Courtney Reed
Yeah.
to do for Moulin Rouge.
Oh my goodness.
And
Oh, yeah.
Mother Nita Berry from And Juliet.
Oh my gosh. Wow. How wonderful. You have
And-
so much going on. I love it.
Yeah,
That's,
and then
Yeah.
The list is like.
and then
It's like what?
and then I still have to pick
Yeah.
next year's
Next year,
place.
he's already thinking about next year. It's
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
this is wonderful. Look at you go.
I know.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're so booked and blessed. I love it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That's for sure.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having. I know your things. I don't want it to die on us. So I
Yeah.
mean, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's our
Yeah.
pleasure.
Oh my gosh. I mean, since it's dying, we'll have to do another one to make up for like the extra time that we would have had if it wasn't dying. So I guess we'll have to do another time, I guess.
Okay.
Do you have a little more time we can video chat on Facebook?
Oh yeah, sure. Sure. Now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we just have to. Okay.
If you don't have to go to the show yet, I have a little time to chat on Facebook if you want.
Yes, that sounds awesome. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank
It's our pleasure.
you. Thank you for watching the episode. See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh.